So, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. It is Friday. It is our Shabbos Kodesh. It's still fancy Chamad. We're doing Simcha. And no real parsha this week. It's kind of this break in the action. Shvishal Pesach is next week. We had Pesach this past week. Hopefully a short landing tomorrow. But we did start Sfira. And a lot of Torah, a lot of interesting things that go from Sfira. There's a real connection. The Ramban says Sfira is literally the Chol Moed between Pesach and Shavuos. It's a continuation. And a lot of Mefarshim, a lot of Acharonim talk about this process of going from our Tahar. We still continue on this path of getting ready for Kabbalas Torah. We're not there yet. A lot of times we think of Pesach as Pesach and Shavuos as Shavuos. And 49 days in the middle, we're counting. We don't count. We do count. We forget to count. I count in the day. The Hiratzon at the end. It's too much. Ashkenaz, they don't say it. In Eretz Yisrael, they don't say it so often. They rush through it. Yisod b'chesed, chesed b'shod. We don't really understand what these things mean. And each day is a different tafkid, a different level in that day. We're trying to get to 49 steps, 50 steps to get to Kabbalas Torah. And each day is a process. This past Chag, one of the fellows in our community, Stephen Mermelstein, gave a whole Torah about Sfiras Omer, how you really can't be mo to somebody else to do it. Other mitzvos, you really could have someone do it for you. You have someone could make kiddush for you, no problem. Hamotzi, no problem. Comes to Sfiras Omer, Shalachtim Lechem. You're supposed to do it yourself. You're supposed to really do your own bracha. And a lot of Torah as far as why that is. And it's interesting, he quotes the Lubavitch Rebbe that your path is your path. Your 49 days is your 49 days. And hopefully, if you didn't get to 49 days and you finish your tafkid of the Omer, you really didn't finish to get to Kabbalas Torah. And halachically wise, each person's different. The way that I get to my 49 days and get to Torah is different than your 49 to get to Torah. So our mitzvahs are really different. Yes, we're counting the same numbers, but as far as preparing and using this Svartachem, Shivos Timos Tiana, 7 complete weeks, get to Kabbalas Torah, everyone has a different approach. Some people actually in our Chabura, we learned Sota last year, and some of the boys are learning Sota again, because there's 49 blot of Sota, and there's 49 days to Sphere. So some people are doing that. I'm not, but some people are. And everyone's doing their own thing. There's Sfas Emes, there's Pirkei Avos, people learn Shabbos, people learn during the week. A lot of different ways that they're preparing really for Kabbalas Torah. What's interesting is we see that there's Chamushim Olu B'nai Yisrael in B'Shalach, a 50th went. And Sivur Shalom actually has an interesting point, where Chamishim Olu is they got to a 50th, meaning they Olu Chamishim. That's step one. We think of, like I said, Pesach, okay, we're good to go, and then 49 days later we'll just eat cheesecake and dance around and learn all night. But no, it's only 1/50th. We just started the path. We really started. And the concept that we've only just begun, as the carpenters would say, is we're on our way. We just started. And you can see this clearly in as we'll see Sunday night, Monday, when it comes to B'Amin Hashem of the Abdo, Moshe Abdo, they believed in Hashem and Moshe, and Chris Yamsuf, they believed in Hashem and Moshe. But it says Vayam in Maham in Mitzrayim. So did they believe Mitzrayim? Did they believe only Chris Yamsuf? What's the two believings going on? And Sivur Shalom says, yeah, that's exactly right. There's different levels of belief. There's belief of the mind, of the heart, and believing with your guf. You can feel something, and you can think of something, and you believe, but when push comes to shove, I don't believe that. Yes, I believe Hashem is going to provide for me, but I really should work extra. I really should drop the shear and go work extra. Maybe I should leave davening and get a call. I believe in Hashem, but I got to do this. So it means you really don't 100% believe, and it's not the easiest thing. Sivur Shalom says, between believing in your mind and believing in your whole guf is literally the distance from heaven and earth. Literally, it's a big deal. And he says that if you really believe, that everything is for the good and you have full bitachon, then you don't feel bad anymore. Bad things happen, it's all for the good. And very few of us are that level. We lose a job, or we have a sickness, or something happens to a neighbor or a relative, and we're shaken. And if you're really zoned in, you're really tuned in, and you believe Hashem with all your body and all your mind, then okay, this is what Hashem wants. Moving on. Whatever I see in the news, that's what's supposed to be, and I move on. Don't let this thing anger me and bother me. It's all what Hashem wants. And this is what we try to get to as we go through the 7 weeks to get to Shavuos, is this full clarity of Amunah. And something that the Bnei Israel didn't have until Kriyas Yam Suf. Because why were the people so afraid? And the Yam Suf, when the people were chasing them, they had more people. 600 against 600,000. And the people were afraid to walk into the water. If they believe in Hashem, they just walk in the water. Which is why Hashem says, Matitzak alai, just travel, vayso, go. Words mean X amount, but the actions mean a lot more. And the Jewish people could daven, and you can say to them all you want, but if you don't really move it and back your beliefs with your actions, I believe in Hashem, but you know what? I'm not going to give this tzedakah, maybe I need it, maybe it's mine. No, if you believe in Hashem, gave you the right amount, and part of it's for tzedakah, then I have to use my actions and have to move ahead and perform with my body. And that's kind of what the goal is. We have to take these 49 days as a way to be closer to Hashem, as ways to kind of move away from Mitzrayim and towards being one with Hashem under Har Kegigas, under the chuppah of getting the Torah. And this is not the easiest thing, which is why the next few weeks have a lot to do with, in Vayikra, have to do with being Tahar. We just finished Hazri Mitzorah. Achrimos talking about Yom Kippur. We have Emor. We have Kadoshim Emor. We have ways to kind of get clean and be more Tahar towards Hashem, so we can get to Kabbalah's Torah. And that's totally where we're trying to get to. And each 49 days, we want to kind of think about it. Each day is a different lesson. Each day is a different step towards Kabbalah's Torah. And we shouldn't take these days lightly. This is an interesting one. My favorite, Alos Ephraim, Kliyakars, is a person as you get older and you're going through your days. These are important days. These are important days not to waste. And we go through a day in the Sphira to kind of remember these are very important steps. We don't want to skip over Chesed, get to Gevura, get to Tiferes, Netzachot. Every day, every week is an important lesson how to get to Kabbalah's Torah. And these are important things. Counting is a big deal. You only count things that are important to you. The Alos Ephraim, like you said, he says many people in Poland, 400 years ago, people live in the village, they don't even know when they're born, how old they are. So it's not important to them. Jewish people, days are important. Years are important. So we count days. Each day is literally important to get to Kabbalah's Torah. And something that's important, you know exactly how much you have. Things that are not important, you can ballpark it. The people that are really concerned about their money, they know exactly what they have because each day they're checking the TD Bank, they're checking how much they have, what the stocks did the day before, what they have today. People that are really concerned about their retirement and saving, they know exactly what they have. Credit card bills, what's important to you, you know exactly what that is. Your kid's birthday, your grandkid's birthday, things are important. You can remember these things. Things that aren't important, I think it's October, it's about this amount of money I have. Things that are important, you count. And because days, maybe seconds important, minutes important, days are important, especially as we use the days to prepare for Kabbalah's Torah. These days are really important. So that's why, one of the reasons why we literally count day to day to day, because each day is important as we get to Kabbalah's Torah. Shabbat Shalom, Moedim Simcha. Bye.